Test, test, test. Welcome to Evan Oswald Field on the campus of Hesston College for today's game between the Jets of NOC Enid and the Hesston College Larks. Starting lineup for the Jets, number 6, Sammy Harris, playing shortstop. Number 11, Ben Lawson, playing center field. Number 13, Kaylin Halverson, playing right field. Number 14, Tanier Holloman, playing second base. Number 32, Blake Scott, catching. The designated hitter, number 33, Jack Rubik. Number 24, the third baseman, Ty Chapman. Number 34, playing first base, Shea Morrison. Number 15, Josh Hendricks, playing left field. And pitching for the Jets today, Thomas Kukendall. The Jets are coached by Scott Mansfield, assisted by Cam Marguerite and Colton Bond. And now for your Hesston College Larks. Leading off, playing shortstop, playing center field, Shunsuke Otashi. The left fielder, number 13, Sean Maple. Second baseman, number 12, Eli Prine. Batting fourth, playing first base, number 11, Kate Irwin. Number 4, playing shortstop, Ick Serrano. Number 17, catching, Dylan Maltby. The right fielder, number 25, Sam Weiss. The designated hitter, number 27, Donnie Little. The third baseman, number 5, Ren Yokoyama. And pitching for the Larks today, number 7, Brock Cordes. For visiting fans, the restrooms are behind us in the Campus Activity Center at the far end of the building. Nice temperature of 75 degrees at game time, but the winds are blowing in at 17, gusting to 29 miles per hour, according to the weather app I have. So it will really take a poke to get the ball out of here today. NOC Enid comes in with some hefty batting averages, and the middle of their lineup has some real power. Brock Cordes is pitching for the Larks. Cordes comes in with a record of 1-0. He's pitched 25 innings, appeared 9 times, and has an ERA of 4.68 on the season. Stepping in for the Jets, Sammy Harris. Harris comes into the game with a batting average of .310, and he has 10 RBIs on the season. Left-handed hitter takes a ball on the outside corner, fastball for strike 1. Curveball outside, evens the count at 1-1. Strike 2, outside corner. 1-2, Cordes gets ahead on the batter. The 1-2 pitch, a curveball. Very close. 2-2. Outside. Fastball down the middle to second base, scooped up by Eli Prine, throws to first, 1 away. 4-3 on your score sheet if you're scoring at home. I'm Brian Kerr, I'm the athletic director. In the box today, we have our sports information director, Kyle Dirksen. From the men's soccer team, Peyton Buller. And from the women's soccer team, Aiden Everett, manning the live stream. Strike 1 called down the middle. Cordes bringing the heat. He's been ahead of both batters. Ben Lawson is hitting .345 on the season. He has 1 home run, 5 RBIs. In the dirt, 1-1. Dylan Maltby behind the plate for the Larks, doing the catching duties. Curveball, inside corner, fouled down the left field line. Cordes ahead 1-2. Some students starting to file into today's game. Fastball outside corner, fouled back out of play. Cordes winds and delivers. Just a little bit high. Evens the count at 2-2. Fastball outside corner, fouled down the right field line, well out of play. Count still 2-2. Fouled back. Lawson has 29 hits on the season for the Jets. The Jets bring in a record of 11-18. Fastball, strike 3. Strikeout swinging, so 2 down in the inning. That'll bring up Kaden Halverson. Halverson is hitting .356. He has 6 home runs on the season and 24 runs batted in. So a little bit of pop in the middle of the order on the bats. It will take a real poke to get one out here today with the strong winds. Fastball just a little high and inside. Hit high and hard. That's not going to be an easy play. And it drops in front of the right fielder. So an opposite field single for Halverson. The Lark right fielder, Sam Weiss, initially backed up on the play and had the ball drop 10 feet in front of him. So Cordes will have to go to the stretch to pitch now, and it brings up the most dangerous hitter for the Jets, Tanier Holloman, who's batting .326 on the season. He has 9 home runs, 28 runs batted in. First pitch blocked in the dirt. Ball 1. Good job by Maltby, the Larks catcher, to keep it in front. Halverson has some speed at second base. He actually has 7 stolen bases on the season, and he goes. An easy stolen base for Halverson. The pitch was a ball, 2-0. Two outs, runner at third. Cordes in the stretch position. Hit hard in the left center field gap. Bending and caught. Boy, that ball was hit hard. I think on an ordinary day that would have maybe been up against the fence. But it got knocked down by these strong winds. And Sean Maple in left field makes a nice play. And after a half inning of play, no score. Mute me. Welcome back to Evan Oswald Field for the bottom of the first inning. No score. The Hesston Larks have not had trouble scoring runs this year. They have a healthy .311 batting average. Shunsuke Otanashi leads off. The Lark center fielder is hitting .319 on the season. He scored 28 runs and has 4 home runs and 16 RBIs. So a little pop in the bat. Swings and misses for a 1-1 count. The pitcher for the Jets, Thomas Kukendall, is 1-3 on the season in 7 appearances. He's pitched 26 innings with an ERA of 3.76. Line drive to the shortstop. Hit hard, but right at the shortstop. 1 away.
Now batting, number 13, Shea Maple.
Shea Maple comes to bat. He's hitting a hefty .397 on the season with 7 home runs and 18 RBIs. He looks at ball 1. The left-hand pitcher for the Jets works pretty fast. Comes back in with a fastball on the inside corner. He's right back up on the mound, ready to go. Larks hitters are going to need to be ready to go. It's a curveball. Hit to the second baseman, bobbles it. Still has time to throw out Shea Maple. 4-3 on your score sheet, and there are 2 quick outs for the Larks. That brings up the Larks' leading hitter, Eli Prine. The Larks' second baseman is hitting .375 on the season. It's been a quick 2 outs. Curveball. Prine swings through it. No balls, 1 strike. Another curveball. 0-2 the count. This is a situation where the pitcher usually wants to waste a pitch. Fastball up and away or something different. In the dirt, Prine swings. Gets away from the catcher, but he recovers. It's a 1-2-3 inning for the Jets after 1 inning of play. No score. Welcome back to Oswald Field. Cordes throws the first pitch to Blake Scott. It's a ball outside. Scott's hitting .260 on the season for the Jets. Left-hander steps in, deep in the box. Hits hard. It's a line drive into right field. A single. That brings up the designated hitter, Jack Rubeck, who's hitting .344 on the season. He has 3 home runs and 13 RBIs. So where's my key? Squares to bunt. The pitch is high and inside, and it's ball 1 to Jackie Robeck. Thomas, can you help those guys? They have my key to the concession stand. Can you help them bring out the popcorn popper and make popcorn? It's in the concession stand. They have my key to that, and I need my key back. It's a foul ball, a bunt attempt down the first baseline. One ball, one strike on the batter. The Jets looking to play small ball here and move the runner. Inside pitch. The runner was going on the pitch. It's a ground ball to third base. Thrown out at first base, so on fielder's choice, Robeck is out at first. Runner advances to second, will not get a stolen base. So 1 away, and a runner on second for Ty Chapman. Chapman's hitting .212 on the season. The third baseman for the Jets has 1 home run and 10 RBIs. Brock Cordes on the mound for the Larks. This is only the second game on the season that Chapman has started for the Jets. He's appeared in 20 games. In 50 at-bats, he has been walked 8 times and hit by a pitch 4 times. Squares to bunt. Misses it. Called strike. That brings the Lark third baseman in even with the bag. He backs up, though, again. Cordes pitching from the stretch. Eli Prine holding the runner at second. Strike on the outside corner. No balls, 2 strikes. Looked like a curveball. What'd you guys think? Yep. Our SID, Kyle Dirksen, and I enjoyed the women's Final Four basketball action in Wichita last night. Saw a great game. It's a ground ball in between. Oh, cut off by the third baseman. Throws in the dirt. Picked by the first baseman. And a nice play by the Larks on your scorecard. That's a fielder's choice. 5-3. Quite good range by the Larks' third baseman, Ren Yokoyama, and a great pick by Cade Irwin at first base for the second out. You say we saw Louisville and Michigan. It was 52-50. Louisville was ahead when the Louisville center, number 44, took a charge, and the game changed on a dime. Louisville wound up winning by about 10 points. Congratulations to Louisville. They advance and play Connecticut, UConn. It's going to be quite a matchup between Van Leith from Louisville and the Connecticut outstanding Paige Beckers. Should be fun to watch. It's nice to be able to have something so close to us. Shea Morrison is batting for the Jets. He has a .364 batting average. He has 1 homer on the season and 3 RBIs. Runner at second, 2 outs. Brock Cordes. Left-handed batter, so the shortstop is holding the runner on. Curveball in there for a strike. One ball, one strike. Morrison has an open stance. His front foot is out towards first base. Curveball curves inside. Morrison cannot catch up to it. One ball, two strikes. Just outside, attempting 1-2 pitch, takes the count to 2-2. 3 balls, 2 strikes. I'm sorry. Full count. Be interesting to see if the Jets send the runner with a full count. See if they can put the pressure on. Runner's not going, and there's a single just inside the right field line. We could get a play at the plate. Throw in over the catcher's head. Morrison advances to second on the throwing error by the Lark right fielder, and the Jets take the lead 1-0. That brings up the number 9 hitter for the Jets, Josh Hendricks. The left fielder is hitting .286 on the season, no home runs, and 3 RBIs. We're playing one 9-inning game here today at Oswald Field. My understanding from Hesston coaching staff is that you're limited, baseball is limited to 58 games in the spring season, and that NOC Enid perhaps overscheduled, and so instead of 2 games, they're playing a single 9-inning. I'm not sure exactly why. I may be wrong on that. A ball into the gap between third and shortstop. Three hits in the inning for the Jets. Runners at first and third. That will bring the top of the order up. Sammy Harris, last time at bat, hit the ball hard, but right at second baseman Eli Prine, and was thrown out at first. First pitch, a ball. Hendricks at first does have 1 stolen base on the season. In the dugout. Yeah, it's just inside in the dugout. And there's a cord in the cart. There was a cord in the cart. Pickoff move to first. Hendricks is back in time. It's athletic director Brian Kerr. Sorry for the interruptions. We're still getting the concession stands set up. Pitch is low, ball 2. Cordes behind 2-0 on Harris, who brought a .310 batting average into the game. Pitch for a strike, hit to right field and deep. And it's a home run for Sammy Harris. 3-run home run. Shortest part of the field for the Larks. That brings up Ben Lawson, who last time at bat struck out swinging. 340 average, 5 average coming into the game. Of Cordes winds. It's a strike. Hit down the right field line. High, curving. Caught by Sam Weiss for the third out. But the Jets do damage. 4 runs on 4 hits, and after 1.5 innings of play, it is 4-0. Kate Irwin coming to the plate in the bottom of the second for the Larks. Irwin's hitting .330 on the season with 7 home runs and 26 runs batted in. Left-handed batter swings at the first pitch. It's fouled down the left field line. Strike called. Irwin did not like the call. No balls, 2 strikes. Ground ball to first baseman. Knocks it down. Underhand toss to the pitcher. 1 away. Score that 3-1 on your score sheet. 1 out. The Larks shortstop, Ick Serrano, steps to the plate for the Larks, hitting .400 on the season with 2 home runs, 16 RBIs. Takes a curveball for a strike. The left-hander for the Jets pitching well early in the game. Works fast. Gets that ball, he's right back up there. Boy, as a baseball player, you love to play behind a pitcher that pitch fast. No standing around, no waiting. Ground ball to shortstop, slow, running in, picked up, throws off of 1 foot in time. Score at 6-3 on your score sheet for the second out. Yeah, this would be Dylan Maltby, the catcher, up at the plate, takes slow, ball 1. Aiden Everett just asked Peyton what his walk-up song would be. She didn't ask me what my walk-up song would be. Just because I'm 61. Well, you know, I actually did play college baseball, Aiden, and I got to bat 6 times in 4 years. I was a pitcher, so I didn't get to bat very often. And also, back in the day when I played, we didn't have a sound system at a baseball field. So we did not have walk-up songs at our home games. The count is 1-2 on Dylan Maltby. Aiden, what would your walk-up song be? Eminem or Dr. Dre? Peyton, what did you say your walk-up song would be?
I'd say
Lucid Dreams by Duke World.
Juice
By who?
World.
Juice World, like two.
No, like orange juice.
Like Juice World. Just outside, 2 and 2. Juice World. That sounds like a place you should go to get a drink, Peyton. Pitch, fastball, strike 3. Another 1-2-3 inning. After 2 innings, 4-0 Jets. Was the Lark catcher, who's now suited up with all that protective gear and ready to go. Kyle Dirksen, what did you say your walk-up song would be? But what? Portland by Drake. All these songs that I never heard of. Showing my age here. I think my walk-up song would be Brown Eyed Girl. The classic song from the late 60s. Yeah. If you have any questions, you can text them to me. I'm Brian Kerr. I'm the athletic director. Phone number is 574-312-518. We also can have Lark athletes answer your questions, and our sports information director, Kyle Dirksen, answer any questions. First pitch is low for ball 1. This is the number 3 hitter in the Jets lineup. Kalen Halverson had a single and a stolen base last time at bat. Pitch from Cortez is inside, 2-0 the count. Strike, 2-1. Curveball, inside, 3-1. Last inning, the Jets got the leadoff runner on with a single, strung together 4 hits and 4 runs. Ball low. Bases on balls. First runner aboard for the Jets. Halverson has 8 stolen bases on the season now, so he has some speed and is a threat to run. That brings Tanier Holloman to the plate, who made the 3rd out in the first inning. On the season, hitting .326, 9 home runs. The runner goes, and there's a bunt under the glove of the Lark third baseman. E5, And that puts runners at first and second. So that's really interesting. Their number 4 hitter, who did have lots of speed with 9 home runs, lays down a bunt, puts the pressure on the Larks. That brings up Scott, who led off last inning with a single and scored a run. Squares the bunt. The ball's high and tight for ball 1. About 4 Jets hitters have squared to bunt now. They've laid down a successful one, had a couple fouls. But obviously still believe in small ball. Lark team has not sacrificed much this year. There's a bunt down the third baseline. It's a nice bunt, barehanded, and a nice play for the out at third base. On your score sheet, that's a fielder's choice, 5-3 for the first out. Runners advance. That's not a fielder's choice, it's sacrifice, 5-3. A nice job by Scott moving the runners into scoring position with 1 out now. Fundamental baseball by the Jets brings up the designated hitter, Jack Rubik. See if Cordes can work out of the jam. Cordes decides not to go to the stretch and goes to the windup. Curveball, inside corner, strike 1. A nice pitch. Last time at bat, Rubik grounded out to the third baseman. That's the play where the third baseman foul ball down the line, moved to his left, and then threw to first base with a nice pick off the ground by Cade Irwin. No balls, 2 strikes. Boy, a strikeout would look good here, but an 0-2 pitch, you don't want anything the hitter can really hit. You want something high and outside or just off the plate. Curveball inside, fouled away. One of the things that's new for baseball and softball this year is we have to do bat testing. So we did that before the game, got to meet the Jets coach. Actually, for us administrators, it actually gives us 15 minutes or so. A hot shot to shortstop, picked. Out at first, there'll be a play at the plate, not in time. Fielder's choice, 6-3 for the second out, but an RBI for Jack Rubik. Two away, runner at second. Makes the score 5-0, NOC Enid. Cordes goes to work on in the stretch, brings up Ty Chapman, who last time grounded into a fielder's choice to the third baseman. That fielder's choice did bring in a run. So he has an RBI. Takes strike 1. Curveball, hit hard down the right field line, and a foul ball. The wind, I think if the wind wouldn't have been blowing so hard, that would have been a fair ball. The wind again today is blowing in 17 to 19 miles an hour. (17 to 29 miles an hour. It's pretty gusty. They were watering the field before the game, and I was feeling moisture up in the box while they were watering the field. Thanks to Andy Sharp for telling me that Brown Eyed Girl is way overrated, even though he likes Van Morrison. Well, then maybe we should pick a Cat Stevens song for a walk-up song. Hard ground ball, picked by the shortstop, throw across the diamond, an excellent play. Excellent play to get out of the inning by Ixarano. After up. Well, we're having fun in the press box here at Evan Oswald Field as we've messed up the scoreboard. It is 5-0 Jets coming into the bottom of the third. Sam Weiss steps in for the Larks, hitting .328 with 6 home runs and 17 RBIs. Zero in the first. A swing and a miss, 1-1. 4 and 1. 4 and 0. 4 and 0 for us. Ground ball to the second baseman. Fielded. Throws to first. Score that 4-3. 1 away. They got 1 in the top of the inning. Now we're in the bottom of the inning, and we have 1 out. 1 out. Sorry if we're confused. We're having to reset the scoreboard. Yeah, human error. Strike on the outside corner. Home plate umpire has been consistent with that call, giving an inch or two on the outside corner. Donnie Little batting. Outside corner, hits the other way. Picked up by the third baseman across the diamond, 5-3. Donnie is in the mod that I'm a mod parent for, a delightful young man. If his parents are listening out there, you done good. Ren Yokoyama.
Number 5, Ren Yokoyama.
The left-hander steps in on the season, hitting .438, playing third base today. Takes low, ball 1. Swings and misses, 1-1. Pitch on the outside corner. You want to take that the opposite way. Get in trouble when you try to pull that. Outside corner again, 0-2. Yes. 1 error for us. Outside corner, fouled away. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Outside corner, swing and a miss. After 3 innings, 5-0 Jets. Welcome back to Oswald Field, top of the fourth inning. Jets leading 5-0. A beautiful day here. We may have some rain coming in about 5 or 6 o'clock, but right now it's in the mid-70s. First pitch swinging, fly ball to left field, wind knocking it down and curving it, but a nice play by the Lark left fielder, Sean Maple, and there's one away. The Larks have changed pitchers. Pitching for the Larks is Alvaro Hernandez. Hernandez has 7 appearances on the season with a record of 1-1. He's pitched 23.1 innings with an ERA of 4.24. He's pitching from the stretch with nobody on, something that's not that uncommon anymore. Baseball now works a lot more on balance for pitchers, and a lot of pitchers are pitching out of the stretch. Throws low, ball 2. Josh Hendricks, last time at bat, singled. He scored on the home run by Sammy Harris. Left-hander with the open stance takes a big swing at the pitch on the outside corner to make it 2-1. Left fielder steps back on the inside pitch. It's 3-1. Pitches outside. Base on balls for Hendricks, who's on base twice today. That brings up Sammy Harris. Harris grounded to second base to start off the game, and last time at bat in the second inning, hit that big 3-run home run right down the right field line to the shortest part of the ballpark. Still, with the wind blowing in, it had to be hit. It was hit pretty hard to get out of here, and it got out of here fast. Didn't go too high. Alvaro steps off the mound and fakes a throw to first. If he would not have stepped off the mound, that would have been a balk. The Jets have played some small ball here. It will be interesting to see if they think about using the bunt again. Larks are thinking the same thing. Their third baseman's playing in front of the bag. Runner goes. It's a fake bunt. Throw down to second. Caught stealing. A nice throw by Maltby, the catcher, for the second out of the inning. Pitch was called a ball. NOC Enid has played aggressive baseball. They're known for having a strong program year in, year out. Swing and miss, ball on the outside, not swing and miss, fouled off to the left field line. 1-1. What? Way outside. Looked like Alvaro lost the grip on that curveball. Sky McPhee coming to the game with 2 bats in her backpack. Watch a little action before the baseball game. That is Sky, right? Hey. Ball outside, 3-1. What do you need? Do you guys not have the nachos thing set up? Yeah. There's cheese in the black box and there are nachos in the popcorn bag. And that's the third out. Struggling with my multiple duties here. NOC Enid has also changed pitchers. Thomas Kukendall pitched 3 perfect innings. He had 3 strikeouts, no hits allowed, no runs. Hey, can you here in the booth help me get the pitcher's number? Curveball in there for a strike. 29, the pitcher for NOC Enid is Dylan Dibril. He's had 7 appearances, 1 loss, ground ball to third base, scooped by the first baseman, 1 away. He has an ERA of 9.24 and has appeared in 12.2 innings. Sean Maple coming to the plate. Grounded out to second base. Swings at the first pitch, fouled back. And we hear the metal on the CAC roof. Yeah, that wasn't too far over the press box. Curveball hit into left field. Very high. Camped under it. 2 away.
Now batting, number 12,
Eli Prine up to bat. I think he had the same walk-up song last year. Eli Prine is the RA, that's a student leader in the mod I'm a mod parent for. I haven't gotten them any snacks for a couple weeks. I'll have to see what I can do about that. Eli takes strike 1. He did strike out last time at bat. Has a little pop in the bat. Takes a look at strike 2. The Jets pitchers are working fast, right? Back up on that mound. 2-strike pitch. Fouled away. Prine steps out. I think that's a good thing. Don't want to let the pitcher work too fast. It's a curveball. Swung through. 3 up, 3 down. A play. get my pen and go. So leadoff single to start off the top of the fifth.
That's gonna go anywhere. Oh my gosh.
Brings up Kaden Halverson, who has a single and a base on balls. He scored a run in the third inning. Lawson at first base has a snap throw down to first, back in safe. Lawson down at first base has 6 stolen bases on the season, so he does have some speed. Pitch hits the batter. Puts runners at first and second with nobody out. Brings up Tannier Holloman. Has 9 home runs on the season. Last time, got on an error by the third baseman. So he's 0 for 2. Stands in against Alvaro Hernandez. Squares to bunt, the pitch is high. Had an old coach tell me if they want to give you outs, let them give you outs. If they square to bunt, let them bunt. He would hate it if I threw a ball when someone squared to bunt. I agree with that philosophy a little bit. There's sometimes maybe when you don't want to let them bunt. Runner on third, perhaps, squeeze or safety play. Swing and a miss, 1-1. I'm swinging a foul ball, 1-1. Lark, first baseman, is in front of the bag, so's the third baseman. An interesting situation. The home plate umpire has ruled hit by the pitch. That loads the bases with nobody out. Brings up Blake Scott, who has singled and sacrificed 5-3 last time at bat. That'll bring Dominic Vincentin out to the mound to talk to the pitcher. Dominic is the acting head coach today in the absence of Kyle Olson. That will close the book as the Larks bring in a new pitcher. Alvaro is responsible for the 3 runners on base now. Did get 3 outs in the 4th inning, so his stat line will read 1 complete inning pitched, and he will be accountable for these 3 runners. We'll take a short break. Mute me. Pitching for the Larks now is Kaden Murphy. Murphy has an ERA of 7.11 on the season. He's pitched 6.1 innings in 5 appearances, given up 8 hits, 8 runs, 5 earned runs, 6 bases on balls, and 5 strikeouts. The strikeout would look nice now. First pitch is outside to Blake Scott, who has a single and a sacrifice. Ball 2 outside. Strike 1, outside corner, 2-1. Ball gets by the pitcher. No damage done. Scott steps in for the 2-1 pitch. Murphy delivers. Curveball, strike, 2-2. Lark infield is in. Looks like they feel they cannot get farther behind in this game. Trying to keep it close, trying to get a ground ball, get the force out at home. Fouled back. Count remains 2-2. Oh, nubbed to the shortstop. No play. An infield hit for Blake Scott and an RBI. Moves the runners and makes the score 6-0. Jets. That brings up the designated hitter, Jack Robick. Grounded out to third. Grounded out to shortstop. Has an RBI on that ground out. Still nobody out in the inning. As a pitcher, I hated that kind of hit when you came into the game. That run will be charged to Alvaro. Strike through the infield. Into left field. An RBI single for Robeck. Makes the score 7-0. Base is still loaded for Ty Chapman, who has an RBI on a ground out in the second inning. Grounded out to third base and grounded out to shortstop on a fine play by the Larks shortstop. NOC Enid already with the crooked number on the board in this inning. Bases juiced and nobody out. Curveball outside. Ball 1. The Larks pitching has struggled all year. They've been able to score runs, but haven't been able to hold opponents. There's a strike, a fly ball, curving big time to left field. It should be an out. There's a throw to the plate, but not in time. It's a sacrifice fly for Chapman. And brings in Hollier. All 3 runs this inning will be charged to Alvaro, and he is now done. So the book is 1 inning, 3 earned runs for Alvaro. Murphy's now responsible for the runners at first and second. Shea Morrison at the bat, singled his first time at bat and scored on the home run. He hit a fly ball to left field in the 4th inning. Left-hander steps in, hits the ball hard to center. Send it right over the center fielder's head. It's over the head, up against the screen. That will be a double, scoring 1 run. Throw to home, not in time, gets by the catcher. The Lark pitcher was backing up the play, but he was only 5 feet behind the catcher, allowing the runner who hit the double to move to third on an error. That's 2 more runs. It's either got to be on the throw or on the catcher. I would put it on the catcher. That leaves a runner at third, 1 out. Score is 10-0. We are playing a 9-inning game today, so a 10-run rule will not come into effect until after 7 innings. Ball low. 2-0. Josh Hendricks at the plate, single and a base on balls. A nubber to third, foul. 2-1 the count. Ball 3. Ground ball, right field line, foul. Larks have action in the bullpen again. 1 away. Ground ball to shortstop. Throw home. Out at home. So a fielder's choice, 6-2 for the second out. Runner at first, 2 away. Nice play by Serrano, the Larks shortstop. He's made a couple nice plays today. That leaves Hendricks was caught, the runner on first was caught stealing already once this game. A snap throw to first. Lark first baseman Kaden Murphy goes down to make sure and smother that so it doesn't get by him. 1 ball, no strikes, 2 away here in the top of the 5th. The Jets already with a crooked number, 5 runs in the top of the 5th, leading 10-0. Sammy Harris steps in. Harris is 1 for 3, but that one hit was a 3-run home run down the right field line. 1 ball, 1 strike. Murphy with the throw to first. Ball outside, 2-1. You know, back in olden times, there was an unwritten rule in baseball when you were ahead by 10 runs, you played station to station ball. I think that rule has kind of gone by the wayside anymore. Interesting to see what the Jets do. Fouled out of play, 2-2. All right, when you sell it to people, fill the bag all the way up. Do you have my key? He brought it up, but then he came, got it. Yeah, there it is.
David, I think we'll take some if there's ever a chance. If you come back up. No, I'm kidding. I'll come down and get some. I'm messing with you.
Thanks to the men's soccer team who brought us popcorn. They're manning the concession stand. And it's a strikeout. The inning ends. 5 runs for the Jets. We'll be back for the bottom of the 5th inning. Owen leading off the bottom of the 5th for the Larks. Owen grounded to first, the first baseman, his first time at bat, who tossed to the pitcher for a force out. The Jets have changed pitchers. Jacob Brandenberger comes in with a 9.64 ERA on the year. He's thrown 4.2 innings, given up 7 hits, 6 runs, 5 earned runs, 2 bases on balls, and has 6 strikeouts in 4.2 innings. Ball is hit high in the air, foul. Third baseman giving chase, but it's blown out of play. One on one the count on Irwin. Curveball swing and miss. 1-2. Larks yet to have a base runner on the afternoon. Down the left field line, but the wind blowing it well foul. Caught in the bullpen. Thanks, guys. Still 1 ball, 2 strikes. And it's a strikeout.
Number 4, Sereno.
Mine might be this. This is from like 2K12, bro.
Ixarino steps in for the Larks. His first time at bat, he hit the ball hard to the shortstop, but it was a ground out as he was thrown out at first. Ball 1 inside. Hit hard into left field. It's the first hit of the day for the Larks. A single, rounds first base hard.
Now batting, number 25. Now batting, number 17, Dylan Maltby.
Maybe that'll get the Larks started. Maltby struck out swinging last time at bat to end the 2nd inning. Sereno at first. First pitch just a little high. Move to first. Sereno's back easily. One away runner at first. Pitch hit foul down the third baseline, 1-1. Lark catcher steps in. Ball high and tight. 2 balls, 1 strike. Ground ball, third base. Go to second. And on to first. It's a double play. We'll be back for the 6th inning after this break. The Larks have made another pitching. Pitching for the Larks is Dawson Kaden. This is his 4th appearance on the season. He's pitched 5.2 innings, given up 12 hits, 7 runs, 7 earned runs, walked 1, has 4 strikeouts, and an ERA of 11.12 on the season. First pitch in for a ball. Leading off for the Jets is Ben Lawson. Lawson is 1 for 3 with a single and run scored in the 5th inning. He led off the last inning for the Jets with that single. Kaden pitching from the stretch, ball 2. Ball hit foul down the third baseline. Ground ball to third base. Long throw across the diamond stretch. A nice play by the Larks. Ren Yokoyama at third base. Score that 5-3 for 1 out. Brings up Kalen Halverson. He's been on base 3 times. Officially 1 for 1. First inning, he had a single and a stolen base. Was stranded at third. Walked and scored to lead off the third. Last inning, he was hit by a pitch and scored. Swinging strike. Outside corner, strike 2. Kaden quickly ahead of Halverson. Curveball breaks down and just a little low. A good 1-2 pitch. 0-2 pitch. Halverson at 356. Ground ball to third. Throw across the diamond, 2 away. Maltby doing a good job of hustling down to back up first base with nobody on base. Good fundamental baseball. 2 away. Brings Tanier Holloman to the plate. Ball high. Strike 1. In the booth today, I'm Brian Kerr. I'm the athletic director here at Hesston, and we have our sports information director, Kyle Dirksen. So if you have questions for any of the athletic staff here in the booth, give us a text at 574-312-5198. We'll try and answer them. Ball 2 in the dirt, 2-1. Ground to shortstop. Long throw across the diamond in time. 1-2-3 inning for Kaden. We'll go to the bottom of the 6th. 10-0 Jets.
Now back, number 25, Shea Morrison.
I've been there once, I guess.
Am I on? Sam Weesey leading off for the Larks. Swinging at the first pitch. It's popped down the third baseline, out of play. Last time at bat, he grounded out to the second baseman. The Larks with no runs and only 1 hit so far in the game. The Jets pitching, shutting down the vaunted Larks batting lineup. Hit hard into left field. Over the left fielder's head. That's going to be a double for Weesey. Slides in safely to start off the bottom of the 6th.
Now back, number 27,
Brings up Donnie Little, who grounded out to third his last time at bat. Very pleasant afternoon here at Oswald Ballpark on the campus of Hesston College. It's a busy week. Baseball action this weekend, softball action this weekend, and softball's at home this Thursday at 3 and 5 p.m. Pitches over the head of the catcher, moving the runner to third. Sam moves to third on the wild pitch by Brandenburger. The Larks last weekend battled back from an 8-run deficit in one game. Ball hit right back to the pitcher, who probably had, we see, dead to rights, but took the out at first after looking the runner back. Yokoyama struck out last time at bat. Swings at the first pitch, fouled back. Outside corner, 0-2. Yokoyama steps in. Inside, blocked nicely by the Jets catcher, saving a run. 1-2. Fouled down the left field line. Say, with one away, we want to put the ball in play, give us a chance to score here. A fly ball could score a run. Outfield playing shallow. Hit hard down the right field line. That might be out if it stays fair. No, it's caught, tagging up. Deep fly ball. Wind is blowing in today, knocked down by the wind, but it is a sacrifice fly. And an RBI for Yokoyama. Larks are on the board, making it 10-1. 2 outs brings to the top of the lineup Shunsuke Otanashi. Started the game off by lining out hard to the shortstop and grounding out to the third baseman in the 4th inning. Batting here in the bottom of the 6th. Ball. Pitch a little outside, swung through it. 1 ball, 1 strike. Curveball in there. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Outside and high, 2-2. On deck is Sean Maple for the Larks. 7 home runs on the season. Swinging strike 3. 10-1 after 6 innings. For his second inning of work, he had a 1-2-3 inning in the 6th inning. Leading off is Blake Scott. The Jets catcher is 2 for 3 on the day. Well, 2 for 2. He has a sacrifice, has 2 singles, and has scored 2 runs. He also has an RBI. So a nice day for Blake Scott at the plate. He takes strike 1. A curveball. Appeal to first base. Ruled that Scott did not swing. 1 ball, 1 strike. Kaden pitching from the stretch. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Not many students here. Softball team is left for practice. It's an early start here, a 1 p.m. start today. Ball high, 2-2. Retrieved by Eli Prine. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Strike 3 called. 1 away in the top of the 7th inning. We are playing 9 in this game. Just a single 9-inning game today. I think maybe that's a good thing. There are chances of rain coming in at about 5 o'clock or so. The game has moved pretty quickly along. We might have gotten done with 2 by then. That's my chair from the Coach Bell coming into the... It's a fly ball to right field. Can of corn. Actually, nothing in the outfield's a can of corn today. Everything challenging with the wind. What? You haven't heard can of corn? supposed to mean like it's an easy play. Is that another thing where I have an expression from another generation, Peyton Buller?
I guess so.
First pitch, a strike. Dawson Kanan throwing strikes for the Larks. Ty Chapman hit a sacrifice fly that scored a run his last time at bat. 0 for 2 with a sacrifice fly on the day. Low and in the dirt. 1-2. That was a ball. Ball 2. 2-2. Ball fouled down the right field line. Picked up by the Jets' first base coach, who's coaching kind of deep down there. He and the umpire having a good conversation down there. Ground ball foul down the third base line. Hit high and hard to center field, but knocked down by the wind. Coming in and making the catch is the Larks center fielder, Shunsuke Otanashi. No runs on no hits. Sean Maple leading off for the Larks. Flied out to left field in the fourth. Grounded out to second base. Hit that ball hard in the first inning. Larks have been limited to 1 run on 2 hits in the first 6 innings. A vaunted Lark attack that's been scoring 7-8 runs a game has a long way to come back here. Ball 2 just a little inside. 2-1. Fouled back, 2-2. Brandon Berger entering his 3rd inning of work for the Jets. So far given up 2 hits and 1 run. Strike 3.
Now batting, number 12, Eli.
Jets pitchers all work fast on the mound. There's a ground ball by Eli up the middle. Single.
Now batting, number 11, Kaden Murphy.
Eli Prine has a little bit of speed. He's 3 for 3 on stolen base attempts this year. Be interesting to see how aggressive Larks will be. Down 9 runs. You don't want to give away too many outs when you need a lot of runs. Cade Irwin at the bat. Hits the ball hard to left center field. Drops in front of the left fielder, who does a nice job of knocking it down and holding Irwin to a single. Larks have a little something going with runners at first and second. 1 away. Brings up Ick Serrano, who singled last time at bat. He's 1 for 2. Hit the ball hard in the second inning, but it was a ground out shortstop to first base. So let's see if the Larks can keep the line moving. Dylan Maltby waits on deck. Time is called. Just inside, ball 1. Good to see some of the Lark coaching staff here supporting the team. Lowell Stevens, the golf coach, and Michael Smalley, sitting above the women's basketball, sitting above the first base dugout. Coach Bell, the softball coach, was here, left for practice. And Matt Hebert, the men's basketball coach, was also here. Max Switzer made an appearance, and so did Thomas Gaskell. Says good things about the camaraderie of the coaching staff. Love to see coaches at other coaches' games. 2-1's the count. Of course, it helps that it's a beautiful day. Two-one count. Time called again by Serrano. Ball's hit up the middle. That's a solid single. Coach Dominic holds Eli at third base. Good base running, really. As a runner, you have to see a line drive through the infield. That'll bring out the Jets coach. There was no run there, no. Why don't we have, on the scoreboard, why don't we have a 0 in the top of the 7th inning? Shouldn't you click end the inning? We're in the top of the 7th, bottom of the 7th. There should be a 0 at the top of the 7th. Do 2 more outs quick. And then go to, all right. Now go to 1 out. I don't know what's happening.
Now batting, number 17, Dylan Maltby.
Catcher Dylan Maltby at the plate struck out in the 2nd inning, and he ended the 5th inning with a 6-4-3 double play, ground ball to shortstop. Maltby has 1 home run and 22 RBIs on the day. Larks desperately need to bring in some runs here. Takes ball 1 high. 3 singles in a row for the Larks. Larks need to put, they're down 10-1. They need to put together a crooked number to put on this board. Fly ball. Runners at 2nd and 3rd are tagging up. Runner is out at 3rd. The run counts. Run counts. End of the inning. So, a double play. It's going to be fly out to the right fielder who throws to 3rd base. Did you add a run to the home team? I'm done.
We're at 5, right?
Kaden with a strike, working his 3rd inning for the Larks. Pitching to Shea Morrison. Morrison's 2 for 3. Single and a run scored in the 2nd. Flied out to left field in the 4th, and in the 5th inning he hit a double. He was thrown out at home on a ground ball hit to the shortstop in the 5th inning. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And a strikeout for Kaden. his first strikeout. One away. That brings up Josh Hendricks. A single, run scored in the second. Base on balls. Thrown out stealing in the fourth. And a fielder's choice. Thrown out shortstop to catcher. Hit that ground ball that Morrison was thrown out at home on. So 1 for 2 on the day. Swings at a pitch that's a little outside. Strike one. Kaden quickly ahead, 0-2 in the count. Ball low, 1-2. Good 0-2 pitch. You don't want anything that really can be hit hard as an 0-2 pitch, but you want to tempt the batter. Left-handed batter steps in. Fouled back. So Kyle, what do you think of Albert Pujols returning to the St. Louis Cardinals?
Yeah, I think that's he said it's going to be his last year. But
Yeah.
Homecoming, same thing like the Royals got Zach Greinke. So it's kind of they're coming back to their teams that drafted him.
Yeah. Well, as a Cubs fan, I always hated seeing Pujols come to bat as a Royal, as a Cardinal.
No, I'm a Royals fan, not a Cardinals.
Yeah, but I'm yep.
I thought he retired in 2013.
No, he's still playing.
And I keep seeing him coming back and signing new deals. So.
Who?
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Who?
Oh, I was going to say
I thought he
Pujols.
retired in 2013 or 11.
No, he went to the Dodgers. Was it Dodgers, right?
That was the last time I watched.
He went to Dodgers, yeah.
Yeah.
And he played for the Angels forever.
Peyton, are you a Cardinals fan?
I don't watch baseball very much.
Hit hard in left center field. That's going to get to the fence. Great effort by the Lark center fielder to cut it off and keep it to a double. It's a one-out double by Josh Hendricks. Brings up Sammy Harris. First hit allowed by Kaden. The Larks do have action in their bullpen. Home plate umpire talks to Kaden. Eli Prine is really in a pulled position. Sammy Harris grounded out to second in the first inning, hit a home run in the second, struck out in the fifth, made the final out of the fourth inning, so he's 1 for 4. That one is a home run, runner at second base. First pitch, strike. Down the left field line, curving foul into the bullpen.
Pujols was my cousin's roommate in college.
Pujols was your cousin's roommate in college?
It's a school in Missouri. It's small.
Oh, man. How'd they get along, Kyle?
Well, one made it far, the other one didn't. So
You're saying your cousin's not in the big leagues?
no, he made minor league. He made Double A for a couple years, and then he chose family and being a firefighter. So that was an option.
That's an okay choice. Pitch, swing, and fouled back. 0-2. Kaden stretch. Delivers. Fouled back again. So what's the favorite major league ballpark you guys have been to here?
I've only ever been to the Royals.
I'd say Milwaukee.
Milwaukee is a nice park.
And that
Good
day,
place to tailgate.
yep. And it was June. It was 65, and they had the roof open.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Yeah, it was June and it was 65.
I sat in the section with Bertie Brewer once. I've been to Milwaukee about 5 times. Used to live in northern Indiana, and for a Cubs fan, like, parking for Chicago Cubs, like, is kind of tough, but you can drive right through Chicago to Milwaukee, get off the highway, and the stadium's right there. It would only take like a half hour longer to go to Milwaukee. The tickets were about $10 cheaper than for Cubs. I would also, as a Cubs fan, go to Cincinnati to watch them play.
That's real cheap to go. And at Homer's Park.
Like I could sit in the nosebleed seats at Cincinnati. And Cincinnati was a little longer drive for me, but you could also just drive right off the highway into the parking lot. And I love to sit and look out at the river. My favorite day at the ballpark was in Candlestick Park in San Francisco.
Oh, that got shut down because it got earthquake. Candlestick Park, and there's that one had the earthquake.
What's the park now called?
It's called, it's the one Giants play?
Giants, yeah.
Yeah. It's AT&T Park, or they
Okay.
Park Green, you know.
All right, well, it's the new ballpark, right out on the bay. So my brother lives in Northern California. We took a ferry across, like we parked and took a 30 to 40-minute ferry ride across the bay. And then when we went back after the game, the Oracle Arena, the lights in San Francisco were on, and we're out on the bay. It was a comfortable ride. It was beautiful. The game I watched at San Francisco, I believe the Philadelphia defeated San Francisco 16-1. So that,
Then they had Jimmy Rollins and Ryan Howard.
yeah. And when you take that ferry thing, like if the game, you can't leave the game early. The ferry leaves like 30 minutes. Ball hit, but foul down the left field line. 0-2 count.
They wear jackets in the summer, though, you know. I do like this.
Ben Landis is at the plate. He has a single in 4 at-bats and scored a run in the 5th. Runner at second, 2 away. Fouled down the third baseline. We're in the top of the 8th inning. Larks trailing 10-2. A number up the middle, hits the ground, picked up by the shortstop. Throw to first. The inning is over. Score that 6-3. And we head to the bottom of the 8th. Sam Weesey up to plate for the Larks. Fouls the first pitch back. Doubled and scored the Larks' first run his last time at bat. 1 for 2 on the day. Made a couple good plays in right field today. Ball one, high and outside. Swinging a foul back. The Jets have changed pitchers. Pitching for the Jets is Garrett Stone. Has pitched 2.2 innings on the season, has an ERA of 13.54. Ball two outside. Given up 7 runs, 4 of them earned. 4 bases on balls. Given up 7 hits. 4 runs, 4 earned. Foul ball. 2-2 the count. Ball inside, full count. Ball low. Catcher held the ball there a little bit.
Now batting, number 27, Donnie Little.
Now batting is Donnie Little, the designated hitter for the Larks. Grounded out to third his first time up. Hit a ground ball back to the pitcher in the 6th. Swings at the first pitch, fouled back. Left-handed hitter has 40 eyes on the season for the Larks. A short lead off first base. Grounded to shortstop, and under the glove. I don't think he touched it. We're going to give Donnie a hit.
Now batting, number 5, Graham Yokoyama.
There's 2 right here.
Ren Yokoyama hit a sacrifice fly and drove in Weiss in the 6th inning, struck out in the 3rd. Officially with an RBI. Takes ball 1 outside. Next to last inning for the Larks with an 8-run deficit. For a big inning here. Both runners. Not huge leads. Ball 2 outside. I don't know if the Larks coaches know this pitcher's has not pitched much. Stone has not pitched a whole lot of innings, 2.2. I might make him throw a strike ahead here, 2-0. And he does. Fouled back, 2-1. Foul ball down the first base line. Evens the count at 2-2. Umpire wants to see the ball, make sure there are no nicks or cuts that would make a ball change directions. Larks have 2 pitchers warming up in the bullpen. Perhaps it will be Kanan's last inning. He threw 3 innings. Did a nice job today for the Larks. Kept NOC Enid from adding on. It's a ground ball, foul down the first baseline. Count is still 2-2. Nobody away. Be nice to get 3 runners on for the top of the order. In the air. 2 left field. 1 away.
Now batting, number 6, Shunsuke Otanashi. Real well.
Lark center fielder Otanashi up to bat, 0 for 3 on the day. Struck out last time at bat, grounded to third, and lined out to short to start the day. See if we can keep the line moving for the heart of the Lark order. Otanashi is the leadoff hitter for the Larks. Has scored 28 runs this year. Hits the ball hard to second base. They'll take the out at first. Fielder's choice, 4-3 for 2 outs. Larks really need to get some more runs on the board to have a chance here. Coming to bat is Sean Maple.
Sean Maple.
Maple grounded out to second in the first inning, flied out to left, and then struck out in the 7th. Comes to bat in the 8th with runners at second and third, 2 outs. Takes strike 1 on the outside corner. The Jets pitching has shut down the vaunted lineup coming into the game. The Larks' team batting average was .311. Jets have limited them. There's an error on third base. That'll allow a run to score. Throw cut off. It's not a hit. It's an error. One run scored, makes the score 10-3. On the play, Donnie Little moves to third base, and Maple is at first base. I would think this late in the game, the Larks might want to pinch run for Maple. Well, Maple has decent speed. It's the catcher that. All right, that brings up the Larks. One of the Larks' leading hitters, Eli Prine, has 3 home runs and 25 RBIs on the year. Ball low in the dirt. Nice play by the Jets catcher. Score 10-3. If Eli could get a hold of one here, it might make the game a little interesting. Larks in the heart of their order. Plenty of power in the lineup, but the wind's blowing in 17 to 29 miles an hour. Strike 1 on the outside corner. Prine checks his swing as the curveball edges just off the outside corner. Cade Irwin on deck for the Larks. Swing and a foul back. Full count. That'll put the runner at first. Sean Maple into motion with the 3-2 count and 2 outs. Don't want to get picked off here, but make a force play at second a little bit tougher. Runner goes, ball 4. Base on balls for Eli Prine. Bases are juiced now for Kaden Irwin.
Now batting, number 11, Kaden Irwin.
I say with the wind the way it is, right field would be the easiest place to hit one out here today, and Irwin has plenty of power. The left-handed batter steps in with 7 home runs and 26 RBIs. Bases juiced. Hits it hard to center field. It's in the gap, but curving. Left fielder falls down, and the ball hits the ground. This is going to be a bases clearing double. Going to make the game interesting here. Tell you what, the wind really played havoc with that ball and got the left fielder turned around. Makes the score 10-6. Larks are battling back from a 10-run deficit. Crooked number on the board for the Larks this inning. 4 runs. Let's see if they can keep adding on. Serrano is 2 for 3 today with 2 singles and ground out to short. It'd be nice to see it keep the line moving. Ball in the dirt outside. There's action in the Jets bullpen. There are also 2 pitchers throwing in the Larks bullpen. Irwin at second base, Serrano at the plate. Inside corner, strike 1, 1-1. Larks battling back here. High and tight, 2-1. The brushback pitch. Larks catcher Dylan Maltby is on deck. Ball on the outside corner, hit foul down the right field line. 2-2 the count. Ball high, full count. Wind blowing dust into the Serrano's face. He steps out, calls for time. We are expected to get some weather tonight in Hesston. Supposed to be some rain tonight, possible thunderstorms. Ball 4 low. Larks bench starting to make some noise and get excited. The 9th batter, Dylan Maltby, comes to bat in the inning. The catcher's going out to talk to his pitcher. The NOC Enid coach starts to walk out of the dugout, but then returns. Catcher possibly buying time for their pitcher, their relief pitcher, to warm up. The score's 10-6 here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Looks like they will not make a pitching change.
Now batting, number 17, Dylan Maltby.
Maltby comes to the plate. He has a .375 average on the season, but has had a tough day today. Struck out in the 2nd. In the 5th, hit into a 6-4-3 double play. And in the 7th, with the bases loaded, he hit a fly ball to right field that would have been a sacrifice fly, but Eli Prowin was thrown out at third on the play, and you cannot get an RBI on a double play. So even though one run did score on the play, he does not get an RBI. The NOC Enid Jets pitching coach has made a visit to the mound now after the first pitch is high and tight. Of course, you don't want to put this runner on base because that would bring the tying run to the plate. Our next batter, our right fielder Sam Weesey, does have some power with 6 home runs on the season. The Jets pitcher is left in. Pitch on the outside corner, a swing and a miss by Maltby. 1-1 the count. High and tight, 2-1. Ball is hit hard but high, and that's going to be knocked down by the wind. The center fielder, however, misjudges it. That's going to be ruled a double. Maltby has a 2-run double. The Larks have batted around here in the bottom of the 8th. And all of a sudden it's interesting. With a score 10-8, the Jets will make a pitching change. We will take a break. We'll take a break. The Jets have made a pitching change. Into the game for the Jets is number 20, Dylan Dibril. He has pitched 12.2 innings in 7 appearances. He's given up 14 hits, 13 runs, all earned, 15 bases on balls, 15 strikeouts. Given up 2 home runs on the season with an ERA of 9.24. The left-hander has a 3/4 delivery. Just inside. That 3/4 delivery, for when you pitch to a left-handed hitter, that ball looks like it's coming at them, but then breaks over the plate. Ball 1. A swing and a miss. A curveball on the outside corner. We see is 1 for 2. Doubled and scored a run. Grounded out to second, and last time at bat walked and scored a run. So a productive day so far. It could be even more productive right now. Larks trailing 10-8. Ground ball to first base. Scoops it. Tosses underhand to the first baseman. And that's the end of the inning. We head to the 9th inning with the score. The Jets 10, Larks 8. Top of the 9th, the Larks are changing pictures. Coming into the game for the Larks is number 9, Dylan Peterson. Dylan has an ERA of 9.0. He's 1-1 on the season with 4 appearances. Has pitched 10 innings, given up 15 hits, 13 runs, 10 of those earned. 8 walks, 5 strikeouts. This is a good situation for a pitcher to come in because all you can do is get a win. You can't lose the game. Curveball inside. 1 ball, no strikes. Kaden Halverson has had a good day. Single, walked, hit by pitch, grounded out to third. So officially, he is 1 for 2. He has scored 2 runs, but his on-base percentage is .750, which every coach loves. 2-1. Early on here, Peterson having trouble locating his curveball. Grounded back to the pitcher. Throw to first. 1 away. Score that 1-3. If you're keeping score at home, 1 out for the Larks. First pitch strike. Peterson ahead in the count.
Oh, yeah.
Holloman officially 0 for 3. He's been on base on a Lark air and been on base and scored a run when he was hit by a pitch. 0-2 pitch. Peterson overthrew that a little bit, outside and in the dirt. 1 ball, 2 strikes. No harm done there with an 0-2 count. Don't want to give up a hit with an 0-2 count. Curveball drops into the dirt for 2-2. Peterson working quickly for the Larks. My personal opinion is it shows confidence when a pitcher works quickly. They want to get back up there and they want to challenge you. Strike 3. Struck out swinging. That brings up Blake Scott, who's 2 for 4. He singled twice and 2 for 3. Singled twice, sacrificed to the third baseman, and has struck out in his last at bat. So Peterson quickly has 2 outs. Gets ahead, pitch fouled back. Wind up pitch outside. That makes it 1-1. We're 1-1. Wind is whipping and blowing pretty hard. Straight in. Swinging strike. 1-2. Say the Jets sending up the heart of their order this inning, 3, 4, and 5. But Peterson got the first 2 out. See if he can make it a 1-2-3 inning. Maltby sets up with an outside target. Ground ball to short. Gobbled up. Throw across the diamond. 1-2-3 inning. We head to the bottom of the 9th. Larks down 2. The Jets have made another pitching change. We head to the bottom of the ninth inning.
Number 27, Donnie Little.
Oh, Dylan Mallett is pitching. Has an ERA of 8.44. In 5 appearances, he's thrown 10.2 innings, allowed 10 hits, 12 runs, 10 earned runs, given up 14 bases on balls, struck out 9, and has hit 3 batters. So in 10 innings, he's given up 17 free bases, but also has strikeout. Check swing ask for down first base line, and it's a ball. Donnie Little, the designated hitter, singled and scored his last time up as the Larks are crawling back. Ball low. I hope the coaches know this guy's stats because I'd make him throw a strike here. Pitcher wants to change the ball. Dibble, that sounds like a closer's name, doesn't it? I reckon. Left-handed hitter Donnie Little. Ball 3. All the players coming in from the bullpen for the Larks. Strike on the outside corner, 3-1. Ball 4 high. Donnie leads off the ninth inning with a single. That brings a tying run to the plate in Ren Yokoyama. The Larks will pinch hit, though. Jordan Henshaw is hitting .204 on the season. In 49 at-bats, he scored 13 runs, had 10 hits, has 4 doubles, 1 home run, and 11 RBIs. Larks going to their bench. Donnie Little at first base has attempted 1 stolen base and was thrown out, so he's not much of a threat to steal. And of course, you don't want to get picked off over there at first base in this situation. A move to first. Henshaw steps in. Calls time. I think he got dust in his eyes. The wind is blowing up some dust. The field is getting dry. Temperatures in the mid-70s today. A nice day to be outside. Folks are enjoying being here at Evan Oswald Field. Another throw to first base. Easily back in time. I always used to tell pitchers when I coached that run at first base right doesn't mean a whole lot. You want to concentrate on the batter. The batter's the tying run in this situation. First pitch, strike 1 on the outside corner. Dibble ahead of Henshaw. Henshaw steps in. And he's hit by a pitch. He takes 1 for the team. That brings Shunsuke Otanashi to the plate. Otanashi is 0 for 4. This would be a situation where a lot of coaches would think about bunting, and both the first baseman and third baseman move inside the base, a bunt would move the tying run to second base in scoring position, so a single would tie the game. First pitch is a strike. Doesn't look like the Larks will bunt. The Larks have not played much small ball this year. I think they believe in their hitters and want to give them a chance to hit. Ground ball, it's a single into left field. The Larks hold the runner. They don't want to run themselves out of the inning, but that loads the bases. That loads the bases for Sean Maple. Maple has 7 home runs and 18 RBIs on the season. Last time at bat, he got on an error by the third baseman and scored a run. Officially, he's 0 for 4 on the day, but he does have a .397 batting average coming in to the season. The Jets coach will make a visit to the mound. Well, folks, it's getting pretty exciting here at the O. I think our scoreboard operator has his phone and is ready to record it, even though next to him we have the video camera, which is recording and live streaming the game for y'all. But Peyton has a slightly different angle. Hey, our former women's softball coach, Andy Sharp. What my walk-up song would be. How's it going, Andy?
I got a text minutes after somebody else was watching the game and texted me.
Well, this would be a good win coming back from 10-0, don't you think, Andy? Bases juiced. A single could tie the game. Donnie Little at third, Ren Yokoyama the shortstop. At second base, we do have good speed at second base. Yeah. Hey, shout out to Lisa Longacre from Andy Sharp. I hope you were supporting me with that walk-up song, Brown Eyed Girl. Ball outside. Catcher does a nice job of keeping it from going to the fence. The Lark bench has come alive. The Jets fans are getting a little nervous. 1 ball, 1 strike to Sean Maple. The corners are in for the Jets. Normal depth up the middle. So it appears to me that the infield will go to second on a ground ball up the middle, but come home on a ground ball to the corners. One ball, 2 strikes. Maple in a hole. The windup. Fouled away. We have an exciting ending to a game that was a difficult start for the Larks. After 5 innings of play, the Larks were down 10-0. But the pitching has come around, shut down the Jets' fine batting attack, and we've scored 8 runs, and we have the bases loaded and nobody out here in the bottom of the 9th inning. 1-2 count. It's a ground ball down the third baseline, foul. We'll come back and we'll do it all over again. Eli Prine waiting on deck. One of the Larks' leading hitters is 1 for 3 on the day. Single base on balls, has scored a run. Larks want to keep the line moving. Ground ball to third. Play is coming home. Pulls the catcher off. Called out at home. Called out at home. It will be real fielder's choice. 5-2 for the first out. Donnie Little is out at home. 1 out. Well, that was the most magnificent stretch by a catcher I have ever seen at home plate.
There was space off that.
That brings up Eli Prine. Ground ball to second. It's a slow ground ball. 1 run scores. An RBI for Prine, but he's out on the fielder's choice, 4-3. Makes the score 10-9, but 2 outs. That brings Cade Irwin to the plate. Irwin is 2 for 4 on the day, has a single and a double. That makes that out at home, that force out at home, a big call because that would have been the tying run right there. Larks are making a substitution. I believe we're pinch running at third base, right? Can you guys see who the number is at third base?
No.
Or was it second base we're pinch running?
Second was the change. Junior Alvarez.
All right. All right, Cade Irwin at the plate. Swinging. Hits the ball hard, but foul down the right field line. An exciting finish here at the O. Oswald Field. Fouled back. We'd like to thank all of our Lark sponsors who make this live stream possible. Leverack Storage Systems, Ray Roofing, Blue Stem Communities, Citizen State Bank, Everence, and BSN Sports. The 0-2 pitch. Fouled off. Ball. Jets catcher thought he had the game finished there. Gave an excited jump up, but it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. Was awfully close. Ball's hit high and in the air in the gap. And the third out. Final score here at the O, 10-9. NOC Enid defeats the Larks. All right.